Hey, okay, so the windshield is attached, kind of. It's a little bit asymmetrical. That might make it a little bit, maybe a little bit, what's the word for it? Might fix that later. I don't know what the word is at the moment. I'm blanking out. But here I'm splitting it up. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna take the route I'm gonna take here is first. Also, the video is a lot better now. I think yeah, it's much better. The camera angle is a lot better now. Unfortunately, the audio is not working in Lightworks for some reason. But anyway, this just looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna go through some side streets just to warm up the bike a little bit. I did warm up the bike prior, but I just like to go on the side streets a little bit, 30 miles per hour before I really kind of open her up a little bit. So I think the windshield is at not a so I think it's at a decent level. I don't think it's like overly aggressive. It's about 45 degrees, I believe, in my mind. And yeah, so so it's not as good as it seems. So maybe when I was making the numbers up before about the upgrades before, I was maybe a little bit too ambitious. I should probably go back and take off 1 mile per hour. I can hit 70 on this, but I'm in barely 70. So here on this run, I'm actually going to go about 69 on speedo, but I knew there was a little bit more, but I didn't want to go too far with it. If I had gone a little bit further, I'm pretty sure I could hit 70. 72, I don't think it would have been hit 72. I just don't think it would hit 72. So it's not as good as I thought it was gonna be. And again, I'm upright this entire time. I guess the other added benefit, and here I'm doing something extremely stupid, where I'm thinking the cruising RPM. It seems like I'm going really fast, but I'm actually not really going really fast. This is not sped up at all. The cruising RPM is actually the windshield doesn't actually affect that. So at 6,000 RPM, fifth gear with stock gearing, I'm at 52, 51, which was pretty much where I was before. So really no change there. I was hoping to be at 55, but that doesn't make any sense. So anyway, yeah, this is the route I normally take. I did speed tests on here before, but now I'm going on kind of like a semi-highway where the speed is 55, and there was actually a cop up there when I was approaching 70. Okay, let me fast forward a little bit here because it seemed to be frozen. That's great, wonderful. Okay, oops. I don't know what happened to the recording software. It's extremely bad, but yeah, so there's gonna be a whole bunch of nothing for a while. I think I probably should need to clip. Never mind. So I'm waiting for the light. Here's light, and so I'm gonna go on this highway, which is right there on the other side of me, other side of this grassy area down there. That's the highway. That's the actual fast 60 mile per hour road, or 55. I'm not sure what it is. 60 miles per hour, I think. There's a speed limit there. So usually I take this road just to quickly get to the other side of to cut through this residential area to get to the to a bigger street. But now I'm gonna go through the entire way, and this guy's like waving at me for some reason. I'm not sure why. He gave me a thumbs up, probably because I'm squinting the fuck out of this place. Literally, I just have a t-shirt on, arm wraps to protect from the sun, and that's about it. I'm going like 70, so yeah, okay. That's not very smart. Okay, so here I go. So I'm going max like 8.5 RPM, and then I'm switching gears. So here I go. The blah blah blah. 62. So 65. I think there's a slight headwind during this time, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sitting upright, okay? I guess one of the other added benefits of the windshield is that, like, if I were to go 65 without the windshield, my head would literally be pressed back. Like, it would be hard to sit upright because the wind pressure will be so high. Here's a slight down. So I'm 68, 60, and it will flash 69, but it did have room to 70. If I kept going, I'm pretty sure I would hit 70. Again, advantageous roads. So I don't normally go on this road because it's way too fast. As you can see, the speed limit is 65 there. There's a cop on that bridge, by the way. So okay, it hit 69, but I think at that point I was in the advantage, and I could definitely have hit 70. So I'm just gonna say an even 70, even though it didn't indicate it, because I'm pretty sure I would have hit 70. I felt the bike was pulling a little bit more, and there's that cop there. I'm not sure. So here I'm like using my blinker, stopping fully, checking for cars and whatnot, and not trying to be stupid in any way or loud in any way, which is so going back, the wind is going to be against me, and so it's gonna drop down to probably like 65, I believe. So let's see what I see. So yeah, so here I'm going. Okay, so yeah, okay, so here I'm going back the other way. So I would say I went a good mile, probably, maybe a little more than a mile. Revving it out. So like, yeah, around 65, 66 maybe. So again, I'm actually going against the wind, and now I'm going on a slight uphill as well. And I'm sitting, of course, I'm sitting upright. This does seem like it's sped up, doesn't it? But it's not, though. What the hell? Weird. Anyway. Yeah, so now I'm going uphill. Definitely going uphill. Like 63, 62. I guess this is not... Also, this was incredibly loud. I'm not sure if my hearing is just better today, but it was really fucking loud. The bike. Okay, but anyway, here I go. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm at 68 now. Like, I would say it added about 2 miles per hour, consistent 2 miles per hour, not the 5 miles per hour. Maybe if I did like. So I'm sitting upright. If I did like a semi-tuck, maybe like semi-tuck as in, you know, I'm kind of hunched over but not fully hunched over, it would have made it to 70 or 72. So I'm not, so when that video I watched before of the guy claiming 5 miles per hour, I'm not sure if he's hunched over in any way whatsoever. I suspect he might have been, because this is definitely not 5 miles per hour. It's definitely 2 miles per hour. I'll give it 2. And I say I need to go back and revise my kind of what I had before to the lower end, because it's, yeah, okay, I'm going a little fast here just to test it against this westerly wind, 65. So there's a, you know, it's not as good. Maybe the bike isn't just performing well today. I don't know. Yeah, I would say, is it worth it? Definitely it's worth it. It is definitely faster, and it's only $50. I mean, $50 to $60 depending on where you get it. I got it from eBay. So it's definitely, okay, putting this thing on was also really annoying. Kind of a perfectionist, and it's not, you can see the connecting bars there are not symmetrical, and you know, that kind of irritates me a little bit. My OCD is kicking in a little bit there, so I might fix that for later. But yeah, so it's definitely worth it. Did I hit 70? Okay, it didn't indicate 70, but I'm pretty sure it would have hit 70 if I went, like, I'm dead sure it would have hit 70. 70. It was, I mean, you could definitely see 69 there. It was definitely a 69. So